Okay, so picture this, right? 2.3 million blocks of stone, each one weighing 2 tons, stacked 450 feet high to make the Great Pyramid of Giza, without cranes, without computers, without even the wheel. And modern engineers look at this thing and literally say, we don't know how they did it. And here's where it gets crazy. Some people think the ancient Egyptians had help, not from other Egyptians, but from someone else. And when you look at the evidence, it gets really weird, so let's talk about it. All right, so let's talk numbers, because these numbers are absolutely insane. The Great Pyramid weighs 6 million tons. That's heavier than all the cathedrals in Europe combined. It was the tallest structure on Earth for 3,800 years, and each side is 755 feet long, and they're identical to within 2 inches. 2 inches on a building that's 7 football fields wide. The base is almost perfectly level, off by less than 1 inch across the whole thing. Like, how is that even possible? And here's where it gets creepy. The pyramid is aligned perfectly to true north. Not magnetic north, true north, with an accuracy of 0.05 degrees. And in 2500 BC, they didn't have compasses. They didn't have GPS. So how did they get it that precise? And get this, the 3 pyramids at Giza are arranged to match the 3 stars in Orion's belt exactly, down to the size ratios and everything. Some people say, that's not a coincidence. And if you divide the pyramid's perimeter by its height, you get pi, 3.14, the mathematical constant pi. But here's the thing, they officially discovered pi 2,000 years after the pyramids were built. So how did they know about pi before it was discovered? That makes no sense. Okay, so who actually built these things? For years, everyone thought slaves. Wrong! Archaeologists found workers' villages near the pyramids, and these weren't slaves. They were paid workers, skilled laborers. They estimate 100,000 workers over 20 years, and they were paid in beer and bread. They found skeletons with healed, broken bones, meaning they got medical care. The workers even left graffiti on the stones, things like Friends of Khufu or Drunkards of Menkaure. These were teams competing to build faster. They had pride in this work. But here's the problem. Even with 100,000 workers, the math doesn't add up. They would have needed to place 1 2-ton block every 2 minutes for 20 years straight, day and night for 2 decades. So how the hell did they do that? All right, so engineers have been trying to figure this out forever. Let's go through the theories real quick. Theory 1, straight ramps. You build a ramp up the side to drag blocks up. Sounds good, right? Wrong. To build a ramp tall enough and gentle enough to pull 2-ton blocks, you'd need more material than the pyramid itself. Plus, where'd the ramp go? We found no evidence of massive ramps. Theory 2, spiral ramps that wrap around as it's being built. Problem is the corners. You can't make a 90-degree turn pulling a 2-ton block. The physics don't work. The ropes would snap. Theory 3, internal ramps built inside the pyramid as they went up. That's interesting because we found some internal shafts that might have been ramps, but it doesn't explain the massive lower blocks or the precision. Theory 4, and this is cool. Recent discoveries show they might have used water. Pour water on sand to reduce friction, making it 50% easier to drag blocks. They found evidence of ancient waterways. Maybe they floated blocks part of the way. Theory 5, lever systems and counterweights. Use multiple levers and teams to walk the blocks up level by level. Experiments showed this might work, but it's incredibly slow and still doesn't explain the precision. And here's the problem. None of these theories fully explain it. Engineers tried replicating these methods with modern tools, and they struggle. So if we can't do it today with all our technology, how did they do it 4,500 years ago? It makes no sense. Okay, now we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the spaceship in the room. So in 1848, archaeologists were exploring the temple of Seti I in Abydos, and they found something strange in the hieroglyphics. Carvings that looked like a helicopter, a submarine, and what looks like a flying saucer. Now, mainstream archaeologists say it's pareidolia. We're seeing patterns that aren't there, that it's just overlapping hieroglyphs from different time periods. But some people aren't convinced. And let's talk about the Egyptian gods, right? Anubis with the jackal head, Thoth with the ibis head, Ra with the sun disk. These gods supposedly came from the sky, taught the Egyptians writing, mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. Then they left. And ancient astronaut theorists say, what if these weren't gods? What if they were visitors, advanced beings from another planet who looked different? Maybe they wore helmets that looked like animal heads. Think about it. The Egyptians were obsessed with the stars. The pyramids align with Orion's belt, which the Egyptians called the home of the gods. The shafts inside the Great Pyramid point directly at specific stars. Why? Were they trying to point back to where their teachers came from? And the precision is impossible to explain. The blocks fit together so perfectly, you can't slide a piece of paper between them. Some blocks have drill holes that would require diamond-tipped drills spinning at 2,000 RPM. They didn't have that technology. So how? And in 2017, scientists discovered a huge hidden chamber inside the Great Pyramid using cosmic ray detectors. A chamber the size of a passenger jet that's been sealed for 4,500 years. They still haven't opened it. What's inside? More chambers. Technology. We don't know. Look, I'm not saying it was aliens, but can you blame people for wondering? When every normal explanation has problems, when the precision is impossible for the time period, when the pyramids align with the stars, when the hieroglyphs show weird flying objects, it makes you think. So what do you think? Drop a comment right now. Aliens, advanced lost human technology, time travelers. Seriously, I want to know. Okay, so what do mainstream archaeologists actually think? The current best theory is a combination of techniques, probably internal ramps for lower levels, spiral ramps for the middle, then lever systems for the top. They used water and sand to reduce friction when dragging blocks. They had copper tools and wooden sledges. But here's what's really impressive: the organization. Think about coordinating 100,000 workers, feeding them, housing them, training them, supplying materials, scheduling teams. That's the real engineering marvel. They were geniuses at logistics and project management. They had advanced mathematics. They understood geometry, astronomy, and engineering principles we didn't officially discover until thousands of years later. Maybe they didn't need alien technology. Maybe they were just way smarter than we give them credit for. They spent generations perfecting these techniques. The first pyramids were disasters. They collapsed or had structural problems. They learned from failures. By the time they built Khufu's pyramid, they'd been practicing for 100 years. But even with all this knowledge, there are still things we can't explain. The precision, the speed, the astronomical alignments, the hidden chambers. We're still discovering new things about the pyramids today. In 2023, researchers found hidden corridors using infrared thermography. We're still finding new rooms. There might be chambers under the Sphinx that have never been opened. Ground-penetrating radar shows voids and tunnels we can't access. What's down there? The pyramids are covered in mysteries. How did they cut the blocks so precisely? How did they move them? Why are they aligned to the stars? What's in the sealed chambers? Maybe the truth is a mix of everything. Human ingenuity, lost techniques, advanced mathematics, and maybe something else we don't understand yet. One thing's for sure, the ancient Egyptians were absolute legends. Whether they had help from the sky or not, they built something that lasted 4,500 years and still blows our minds today. The pyramids aren't just buildings, they're a message across time saying, we were here, we were brilliant, and you still can't figure out how we did it. And honestly, that's pretty badass.